To keep your core strong and your lower back pain-free, you need to maintain a healthy relationship between the pelvis and the spine. There are two main ways to approach it: the pelvic tilt and the corset. This short yoga practice will have you experience the difference between those two actions and will help you create more stability and support in your core. I'm Olga Cable, yoga teacher and yoga therapist. Let's begin. We will begin this practice on your back, so take a moment now to transition down to the ground. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your breath. Little by little, begin to deepen your inhalation and lengthen your exhalation. And as you continue to breathe like that, bring your attention to your lower back, please. And notice if your lower back is on the floor or off the floor. Most likely, your lower back will be off the ground with a little bit of space between your lower back and the floor. So now take a deep breath in, please. And with the next exhalation, gradually contract your abdomen from the pubic bone toward the navel, at the same time pressing your lower back into the ground. And then with the inhalation, gradually release the contraction from top to bottom and allow your lower back to return into its natural curve. Continue to breathe like that, please. Every time you exhale, gradual abdominal contraction, pressing your lower back into the ground, very slowly, mindfully. And then as you inhale, release the contraction from top to bottom and allow your lower back to lift off the floor. Continue to move like that. So right now we are using progressive abdominal contraction along with pelvic tilt, because right now your pelvis is tilting back and forth as you breathe. So do that a couple more times. Your goal here is to make both your breath and the movement as smooth as possible, both on the inhalation and your exhalation. And try to make your abdominal contraction as gradual as possible as well. So this is what we call a pelvic tilt with progressive abdominal contraction, or zip up. Now relax your back, relax your breath for a moment. Just take a couple full deep breaths here without doing anything. And now bring your attention to your torso again. Make sure there's a little bit of space between your lower back and the ground, but you don't need to exaggerate anything. Just keep your lower back in a neutral position. Next time when you exhale, focus on hugging your waist in from the front, sides, and back, as if you're trying to make your waist smaller all around. After you do that, hold it for a moment, keeping your breath out. And with the inhalation, release. And let's do that again. Next time when you exhale, gradually hug your waist in toward the center, toward the middle, hugging it from the front, sides, and back. When you finish exhaling, hold the air out, maintaining this hug, this contraction all around. And then with the inhalation, release. Continue for a few more breath cycles. Think of it as if with every exhalation, you're tightening the corset all around your torso, front, sides, and back. Then holding that corset as you hold the air out, and then releasing it as you inhale. So as you can see, there's no tilting of the pelvis happening here. Our goal is to maintain the neutral curve of the lower back as we do this hugging action. When you complete your current cycle, relax everything, take a couple of nice deep breaths. And as you continue with the practice, we'll be alternating between those two. In some movements, we will be doing pelvic tilt with abdominal contraction, and in others, we will be doing the corset, which just means hugging the waist in toward the center. So now, stay where you are. Take a deep breath here. And with the exhalation, do the corset, hugging the waist in toward the center. Do your best to maintain the corset as you continue to breathe. Maintain the corset, and with the exhalation, lift your right foot off the ground, keeping your right knee bent. On the inhale, slowly move your leg down, keep your knee bent, and touch the floor with the toes of your right foot. Maintain the corset, and as you exhale, bring the knee back in toward the chest. With the inhalation, move your leg away from you again, touching the floor a little further away from your butt. And as you exhale, bring the knee back in. And again, with the inhalation, move your right knee away from you, touch the floor a little further away from your body. With the exhalation, pull the knee in, re-engaging the corset to make sure that it stays in place throughout the movement. Continue to move like that, tapping the floor further and further away from your body with every repetition. And do your best to maintain that hugging action from the front, sides, and back. At any point, if you feel like you're losing it, be sure to re-engage it with your exhalation. Go through 2 more repetitions like that, eventually extending your leg all the way down along the ground. And whenever you finish your current cycle, go ahead and hug both knees to the chest. And take a couple of nice deep breaths here. Whenever you finish with that, put your right foot down, keep your left knee where it is. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, engage the corset, hugging the waist in from the front, sides, and back best you can, but gently. Maintain the corset, and with the inhalation, move your left knee away from you, tapping the floor with the toes of your left foot. With the exhalation, re-engage the corset, bringing your knee towards yourself. Maintain the corset as you inhale, tapping the floor a little further away from your body. On the exhale, re-engage the corset, bringing your knee in towards yourself. Continue to move like that, tapping the floor further and further away from your body with every repetition. And making sure that you hug the waist in from front, sides, and back every time you exhale. A gentle hug. On the last repetition, be sure to extend the leg all the way down along the ground. And when you bring the knee in, hug both knees to the chest. Roll onto your side and come on up onto your hands and knees. Align your wrists underneath your shoulder joints and your knees underneath the hip joints. With the inhalation, move your chest forward and up, lifting it away from the navel. And with the exhalation, gradually contract the abdomen, bringing your elbows down and your butt down toward the heels. And again, with the inhalation, come on up onto your hands and knees. One smooth motion, stretching through the front of the body, widening the collarbones. And then gradual abdominal contraction, bring your elbows down and your butt down toward the heels. Do it twice more on your own, please. Again, try to make your movement as smooth as possible. And same with your breath. And then next time when you transition up onto your hands and knees, stay there. Once again, make sure that your wrists are aligned underneath your shoulders and your knees are aligned underneath your hip joints. Take a deep breath here. Keep your lower back in a neutral position with slight arch. And with the exhalation, gently hug your waist in from the front, sides, and back, creating the corset action. Hold the corset. With the inhalation, extend your right leg back parallel to the ground. Stay here and exhale, hugging your corset in and engaging the butt cheek on the right side to hold your leg up. Maintain the corset as you inhale. And with the exhalation, bring your knee down and move your butt down toward the heels into the child's pose. With the next inhalation, come on up onto your hands and knees again. Neutral lower back. Exhale here, hugging your waist in toward the center from the front, sides, and back. Maintain the hug. With the inhalation, extend your left leg behind you, parallel to the ground or something like that. Keep it straight. With the exhalation, hug the waist in. From the front, sides, and back, create the corset, engaging the butt cheek on the left side. Maintain the contraction as you inhale. And with the exhalation, bring your knee down and move your butt down toward the heels. Relax your back and relax your neck. Continue with that on your own, please. Lifting up onto your hands and knees as you inhale. With the exhalation, hugging the waist in. Inhale, extending the leg behind you. Re-engaging the corset with the exhalation. Maintaining the contraction as you inhale. And then moving all the way down. Do it again on the other side, please. Full deep breathing. Once you move into the child's pose, stay there for a breath or two. Relax your neck, relax your back, your shoulders. And then coming up onto your hands and knees and transition down onto your stomach. Place your hands by your lower ribs, forehead on the ground. Keep your feet about hip distance apart and make sure that your pelvis is anchored. With the next inhalation, slowly lift your upper body up, pulling back with your hands. Don't push. Stay here and exhale, anchoring through both sides of your pelvis. With the inhalation, slowly raise your right leg up. Make sure that the pelvis stays leveled. And with the exhalation, bring everything down, right ear to the ground. Let's do that again. On the inhale, lift your upper body up. Don't push with your hands, just a slight pulling action. Exhale here. Keep both sides of the pelvis leveled. On the inhale, raise your left leg up. And exhale, come down, left ear to the ground. Continue like that on your own, full deep breathing. Make sure you keep your pelvis leveled throughout. And whenever you finish with your current repetition, go ahead and roll onto your back. Put your hands on your knees. Every time you exhale, hug your knees in toward yourself, progressively contracting the abdomen. And with the inhalation, extend your arms, moving your thighs away from your body. Continue to move like that back and forth with your breath, hugging your legs in toward yourself with every exhalation, and moving them away from you every time you inhale. Keep your hands on your knees throughout the movement. Whenever you finish with that, put your feet down on the ground, please. Keep your knees bent. Take a full deep breath here. And with the exhalation, engage the corset, hugging the waist in from the front, sides, and back. Maintain the corset. With the inhalation, slowly bring your knees out to the sides, as wide apart as you can, maintaining the corset. With the exhalation, slowly move the knees toward each other, re-engaging the corset. And we'll repeat that again. On the inhale, slowly move your knees out, maintaining the corset. And with the exhalation, slowly move the knees in toward each other, re-engaging the corset from the front, sides, and back. Squeeze the knees together at the end of the movement. Do that 2 more times on your own, please. Maintaining that hug from the front, sides, and back of your torso. And whenever you finish with your current repetition, hug your knees in toward your center. Place your hands on your knees and circle the knees away from each other a few times. Full deep breathing, nice consistent movement. And then after a few repetitions, if you have a chair, go ahead and get your chair, put it on your mat, and then place your feet up on the chair. You can also put your feet up on the couch or anywhere where it's comfortable for you. Our goal is for your body to be completely comfortable in the position while keeping your legs raised. So take a few moments to get yourself situated. Make sure that your lower legs feel fully supported by the chair. And then imagine your upper legs hanging down from that support. Relax your hips, relax your back, breathe deep. Imagine as if your legs were threaded over the bottom of the hanger. So imagine your body hanging down from your knees. And as you continue to breathe here, continue to cultivate that sensation of relaxation. Continue to hang down from your knees, relaxing your hips, lower back. Keep your belly soft as well. No more contraction, no more work. Just full deep breathing, keeping your belly soft, and watch it rise and fall with your breath. Stay in this position for as long as you like, relaxing fully, keeping your breathing nice and deep, letting go completely. And thank you for joining me today. Namaste.